ग्लौं गंगनपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वसमानय स्वाहा। ओम श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लां ग्लौं गंगनपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वसमानय स्वाहा। ओम श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लां ग्लौं गंगनपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वसमानय स्वाहा। महागणपति कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्धिरस्तु। सत्यास्सन्ति यजमानस्य कामाः। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धन मृत्योर्मुक्षेजमामृधा स्वाहा। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धन मृत्योर्मुक्षेजमामृधा स्वाहा। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धन मृत्योर्मुक्षेजमामृधा स्वाहा। ओम गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गी प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे त्रिनेत्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंह प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं जलन्धं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं बीजनं वज्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहं स्वाहा। ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं जलन्धं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं बीजनं वज्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहं स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय धीमहि प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय नमः संकर्षणाय च नमः स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय धीमहि प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय नमः संकर्षणाय च नमः स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय धीमहि प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय नमः संकर्षणाय च नमः स्वाहा। ओम नंदनंदनाय विद्महे नवनीतचोराय धीमहि तन्न कृष्ण प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम नंदनंदनाय विद्महे नवनीतचोराय धीमहि तन्न कृष्ण प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम श्रीं ह्रीं श्रीं कृष्णाय गोविंदाय गोपीजनवल्लभाय पराय परमपुरुषाय परमात्मने परे कर्म मंत्रे तंत्रे यंत्र औषधे अस्त्रे शस्त्राणि संहर संहरे मृत्योर्मोजय मोजये। ओं नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय धीप्त्रे ज्वालापरीदाय सर्वदिक्षोपनगराय हुंफट् परम ब्रह्मणे परं ज्योतिषे सहस्रारार हुंफट् स्वाहा। ओं ब्रह्मा मुरारे त्रिपुरांधकारी भानुस्तति भूमि सुधो बुधस्ते गुरुश्च शुक्रः शनिराहुकेतवः सर्वे गृहाः शान्तिकरा भवन्तु स्वाहा। ओं भूर्भुवस्सुवः स्वदुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओं भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवदुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओं भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवदुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। सुकृति संयोज्य शोभनार्थे क्षेमाय पुनरागमनाय जा। ओम यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ति पदे पदे अन्यथा नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष यज्ञ परमेश्वर यज्ञ नारायणाय नमो नमः।
राधे गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद 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 राधे गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद, राधे गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद। प्रबल प्रेम के पाले पड़कर हरि को नियम बदलते देखा। राधे गोविंद भजो राधे गोविंद, राधे 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 गोविंद। श्याम से मिला दे, प्रबल प्रेम के पाले पड़कर हरि को नियम बदलते देखा। प्रभु का नियम बदलते देखा। उनका मान टले टल जाए, भक्त का मान न टलते देखा। भक्त का मान न टलते देखा। प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा। राधे गोविंद भजो राधे राधे राधे, राधे राधे। राधे राधे जिनकी केवल कृपा दृष्टि से सकल विश्व को पलते देखा। सकल विश्व को पलते देखा। उनको गोकुल के गोरस पर सौ सौ
बदलते देखा। प्रभु का नाम बदलते देखा।
प्रबल प्रेम के
पाले पड़कर
प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा। हरि का नियम बदलते देखा। जिनके चरण कमल कमला के करतल से न निकलते देखा। जिनके चरण कमल कमला के करतल से न निकलते देखा। उनको ब्रज करील कुंजन पे। उनको ब्रज करील कुंजन पे कंटक पथ पर चलते देखा। प्रभु को नियम बदलते देखा। हरि को नियम बदलते देखा। राधे गोविंद भजो राधे राधे गोविंद, राधे राधे श्याम से मिला दे राधे, राधे राधे राधे। जिनका ध्यान बिरंची संभूषण कादिक से न संभलते देखा। डल पर लेकर गेंद उछलते देखा, लेकर गेंद उछलते देखा। राधे 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 श्याम से मिला दे, जिनकी बंक भ्रिकुट के भय से सागर सप्त उछलते देखा, उनको माता यशोदा के भय से, माता यशोदा यशोदा के भय से अश्रु बिंदु दृग ढलते देखा, अश्रु बिंदु दृग ढलते देखा श्री राधे।
कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम।
कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ओ ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है।
यशोद जिनकी मैया है, नंद जी वो प्रिया है, यशोद जिनकी मैया ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार
We welcome you to the tunes of the violin this morning as it put us in the mood to pray, to communicate, more than pray, to communicate with the Lord. It's a beautiful day here in Toronto. We just finished Havan, and we ask for the blessings for all of you, especially during this very auspicious time of Janmashtami. I would like to welcome all of you, and I hope you enjoy our puja this morning. Today I will speak about a few things like what happiness is, but most important, I'll speak to you why it is called Janmashtami. Why? And what is the meaning of it? This is what I would like to talk to you about today. Asangoham, 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 pudah pudah.
Asangoham, 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 punah punah.
Satchidanandarupoham,
Satchidananda Rupoham,
ahameva avyaya.
Ahameva
Sharad dharmanishthosmi nacha atmavedi na bhakti matva charanadaville. Akilcha ananya gati sharanya Pratpadamulau Sharanau Prapadye. Let's pray to our Guru. Guru Surya hai, Chandra Guru hai.
Guru Surya hai, Chandra Guru
hai. Guru hai Purna Prakash. Surya hai, Chandra Guru hai.
Guru Surya
चरणों में मिलता है, गुरु के चरणों में मिलता है, तन मन को उल्लास।
गुरु सूर्य है, चंद्र गुरु है, गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश।
गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर् विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा, गुरुर् साक्षात् परब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरु सूर्य है, चंद्र गुरु है, गुरु है पूर्ण
प्रातः स्मरामि हृदि संस्कृतात्मतत्त्वं, सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम्। We bow our heads, Prata Smaravi Hृदि Sanskritatmattatvam. Oh Prabhu, I bow to you today. Make my Atma beautiful. Make my Atma clean. Satchit Sukham. And let me be Satchitananda. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Bolo.
जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल।
why we do puja, why we do japam, why we fast sometimes, why we go to hear lectures sometimes, why we go to satsang sometimes. You know why? We go there to prepare the soil. Soil, S-O-I-L, soil. Prepare the soil so that when you plant the seed will sprout. If the soil, is there an echo coming?
Yes,
I don't
there
know. Shall I use the other mic, please? Can I give you the other mic?
It's
I
a
don't know.
feedback. It's a feedback. It's a feedback.
It's a feedback from where then?
Better use the other mic.
Huh? I don't understand how come this can ever be fixed. It always happens on Sunday mornings anyhow. What can I do? People are looking and then they get disgusted by all these noises, etc. Anyhow, as you were saying, where was I? Yeah, you have to prepare the soil before the seed can sprout. So, what we do, we prepare the soil of our hearts, the soil of our mind. And that is why we do puja, that is why we do japa, that's why we do fasting, that's why we go to a Guruji for blessing. Guruji cannot do it for you, but the Guru's blessings can maybe help you turn your mind. And then the soil becomes ready. So when you plant the seed, it will sprout. Because if you throw seed on a rocky ground and the soil is not prepared, then hardly any seed will sprout into a tree. And it is because of this we do on Janmashtami, we will do what's fasting. Some people fast for 8 days before Janmashtami after the new moon. They will fast for 8 days and then do Janmashtami Puja on the midnight, and then they will break their fast. Why? You will say, people who are atheists, who are agnostics, who believe in science, because science believes you have to show me that God is there before I can believe in God. Science is an exact, but the point is, you cannot see God. You have to feel God. You have to appreciate God. You have to feel that calmness with you. And I'll explain to you when I talk about Janmashtami, that serenity within you. You have to feel that. And when you feel that, God is with you. But according to Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, there is a beautiful verse in there, which I am going to hopefully get my book out and read to you. Chapter 18, verse 22. Here it is. It tells you when you can realize God. Chapter 18, verse 20. That's 20. 20, 21, and 22 shlokas in chapter 18 tell you the different qualities of man. This first quality, which I dare to tell you about, is a quality of sattvic quality. And I'll explain sattvic quality to you. But here Bhagavan Krishna says in this beautiful shloka 20 of chapter 18, and here Prabhuji has put it up there for you. Sarva bhuteshu yenaikam bhavam avyayam ikshate avibhakta vibhakteshu tadjnanam vidhi sattvikam. Sattvikam means a person who is all goodness. Sattvikam. Sarvabhuta, in all living entities, by which bhavam, situation, avyayam, the imperishable one, sees avibhakta, everyone, every man in this world, he sees them as the individual, not as an individual soul, which is part of his soul. You got me? He does not see any difference between a human being, one human being, and another human being. Look, when we come to America or Canada or anywhere, we see all these Americans and we feel strange. As soon as you see an Indian, what do? You run to him. How are you? What's your name? Where have you come from? And he says, I come from Guyana, and you're from Gujarat. Never mind, you're happy. But when you see a Gujarati and you came to, they all feel so happy. That happiness that you see that Gujarati, when you can extend that happiness to every human being on this planet, then you must know you are a realized person. You do not have to do any more pujas. Finished. Ho gaya. Sab ho gaya. But unless you can get there, you have to continue to do your puja. And all self-realized soul, and there are very few, believe me. All Babas that come to you, all Gurus that come to you, they're not necessarily realized. God bless all of them. But they try. And only very few of them are realized. And when they are realized, as the saying goes about the cactus, just because life gives you a cactus doesn't mean you need to sit on it. You all know what cactus is, right? Yeah. Negativity does not improve your journey. It only ruins your journey, negativity. When you can get to this stage of seeing that oneness in everybody, no matter what cactus come in your way, you will never ruin your journey by negativity. You will always, what I'm saying, cactus come to all of us. Should we choose to sit upon it? Or should we choose to rise above it and see how we can face it and defeat it and get positive thoughts? And this is why we do puja, why we do fasting, why we do prayers. We do that to give that force, that energy within us. It is not that you're going to, Krishna Bhagavan will come to you tonight. No, but you'll get that energy, that urja. You'll get that energy that no matter what the forces are, I will fight them. And then you will be a person who will represent what is 20th shloka of chapter 18 is telling you, that in this world, when you live in this world, the last part of the shloka says, Abhibhakta vibhakteshu tadgyanam vidhisatvikam. Abhibhaktam, the numberless divided people that you see them as one. And when we see this person as me, and that person as me, and the other person as me, hate will not develop in your heart, jealousy will not develop in your heart, animosity will not develop in your heart, neither will negativity be developed in your heart. Because what? Your heart becomes pure. And this is the reason why we observe Krishna Janmashtami, Janmashtami in such a way that we become that happy individual. You know, the flower that you see, the flower doesn't ask you for fragrance. Is that right? The flower gives you fragrance by itself. Similarly, you don't have to ask people to give it. You must emit that fragrance. And you know what? There is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. You have a lifetime, and you say that this time in life is whatever it is, but you know what? You must give full time to your life. Give full time to your life and make use of your life. Don't wait and say, oh, I only have this amount of time. No, no, that's fine. But you give full time to your life and you will see how beautiful individual you'll be. And when we have that, we will not have a complaining mind. A complaining mind is never peaceful. A complaining mind is never peaceful because it complains and complains. You remember the story I told you about the sadhu who came back from the Himalayas with his disciple, and they come into that roof, and the roof was the hut, and the roof was partially open, and the rain was coming down, and how the sadhu was happy, but the disciple was never happy because you know what? He had a complaining mind. A complaining mind is never peaceful. A grateful heart is always peaceful. I take you to the story of Sudama. When Sudama had nothing, barely subsisting on whatever little alms he gets, he was very happy. His wife was not happy because the wife said the children were what? Children were hungry. They want food to eat. But he was so happy. And when she told him, no, you must go to Krishna and ask for this and ask for that, he says, no, I don't want to go. He says, yes, you must go. And listen, while he was going, he said to her, I must take something with me. So she said, all I have is some raw rice. This is another bhav. Bhav now you must have. When you go somewhere, you take something. What about how little it is? A flower, a fruit, or if not, your good words, your nice words. So when Sudama went, he took them because you know what? He had a grateful heart. And his heart was always peaceful. But he still went because of the insistence of his wife to meet with Bhagwan Krishna. And that Bhagwan Krishna gave him everything that he wanted, and when we become God-realized, we want nothing in this world. We just want what? We don't have to want peace, we are peaceful. When you're God-realized, you are peaceful. If the inflation goes up, it does not matter. If the dollar goes down, it does not matter. If the taxes increase, it does not matter. What it matters? All you have to have is a grateful heart. Bhagwan, I thank you for this morning. I thank you that I can get up and see the sun. There are so many of my friends who are not in that position today. I mean, I talk about me, I talk about all of us. So many of my friends are not in that position today where they can see the rising sun and go outside and do havan and be thankful to you. I can go out. And we do this because of the satsang we keep. And when we keep the satsang, that vivek will come in our heart. Binu satsang vivek na hoy, Rama kripa binu sulabha so bolo binu
सत्संग विवेक न होई, राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न सोई।
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama, Shri Ram We must always be positive in our lives. When somebody asks you, how are you doing? You know what? Don't answer them with one sentence, answer them with 5 sentences. Oh, I'm fine, I'm happy, I'm healthy. I went to Jamaica, I went to India, I went to see this, I went to see. Give them 5 things when you are positive. If they ask you, if you have a headache, and they ask you, how are you doing? You know what I said? I have a headache. That's it. You don't say anything else. You don't pluralize the negativity. You pluralize the positivity in your life. And then you will be positive. it will endorse your positivity. And this you get. Binu satsang ka viveka na hoi. When we have satsang, that discrimination will come into us. That we must be positive. We must prepare, what I said before, the soil must be prepared. And I want to remind you again, I know you've forgotten already. The soil must be prepared, and we prepare that soil with Bhagwan Nunam, with the preparation of his name. We water it with the water of Abhishek. We do Abhishek of the Lord, that's the water we water the soil with. We put manure upon it. And what we do, we wait for the Lord to manifest himself in our hearts. And when he manifests himself in our hearts, and just like, as I remind you about the cactus, just because life gives you a cactus, doesn't mean you need to sit on it. Okay? Be positive. You know, in this life, who are the positive people? The positive people are like Gandhiji, thrown in jail, all sorts of things. Mandela, Martin Luther King. These are positive people for us to emulate. This is not what you read in Ramayana or Mahabharata, which you sometimes you doubt yourself. Oh, I don't think this happened. I don't think that happened. Okay, look at these people. How they showed that although so much cacti was given to them, yet they had positivity in their lives. And that positivity, that energy, that urja will only come to us when we go to the divine and we bow our heads in prayer to him. Nadharmanishto sminachatma vede. Prabhu, I don't know the dharma. Nadharmanishto sminachatma vede. Bhaktiman Charanarabinde. Prabhu, I have no bhakti. I have no bhakti. I know no Vedas. I don't know meditation. Akincha. I have nothing. Akincha means one who has nothing. Ananya. One who is only dependent upon you only. Akincha ananya gati sharanya vatpada moolam sharanam prapadye Prabhuji mere aavo. Prabhuji mere aavo, the beautiful bhajan. So we ask Prabhuji to come into our hearts this beautiful morning as we all pray, and we ask that may all goodness come to each and every one of us. Remove our difficulties. You know, before we sing that bhajan, I want to tell you, to remember to prepare your mind, that's number one. And there are 4 factories that you must have. 4 factories. One factory is to have a cool head. Have a cool head. Second factory, to have love in your heart. Third factory is to have sugar on your tongue. Because you can catch many flies with what? Roop? You catch flies with what? You catch lots of flies you catch with honey, isn't it? The more honey you have, the more flies you catch. Yeah? The more vinegar you have, the more the flies go away. Please remember these four factories I'm going to tell you about. A cool head, a sweet tongue, love in your heart, and then you have a satisfactory life. You got it? Mental factory, cool head. Tongue factory, sweet tongue. Heart factory, love in your heart. Eventually, if you have those three things, you will be satisfactory. No? You all get it?
Yeah.
Take a long time though. So when that happens, when you get that in life, when you become satisfactory in life, you will not be a complaining person. And when you are a complaining person, what do people say? See, look, see, she's coming, or he's coming. Take another detour. D-E-T-O-U-R. Detour. Right? Because you don't want to get into confrontations. Life must be not to get into confrontations. You agree with that, Sabo? Good. You must not get into confrontation. Don't get into contradiction. Because you know what? You will not win. You will get a headache, and also you'll get a disturbed mind. So when you see the complaining person come, a negative person is coming, detour. Don't worry, talk to them anymore, because you have talked to them before, and nothing has happened. Detour. Prabhu ji mere aao, Prabhu ji mere aao, Prabhu ji mere aao.
प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ। भजले गोविंद, भजले गोविंद, भजले गोविंदम। ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया, भजले गोविंद, भजले गोविंद, भजले गोविंद, भजले गोविंदम। ये दुनिया
भजले गोविंद भजले गो ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया. Once you understand, we will know this, we will say this, but we don't realize it, how much this Maya removes us away from the Lord. All the glittering things that we want to see, etc., removes us away from the Lord. So, prepare the soil. I remind you again. Janmashtami is coming up. If you haven't done it any time, do it now. Prepare the soil, water the soil, and then plant the seed of bhakti. And this can only be done, the soil can only be prepared if you have done some communication with the Lord, whichever way you want. You don't have to sit and do puja for 8-9 hours. You just have that art of communicating with Him. And to communicate with Him, your mind, Dira Malamana Janaso Mohi Pava Mohi Kapata Jala Chedana Bhava. When you're positive, I remind you again. And somebody asks you, how are you doing? 5 sentences to give them. 5. Oh, I'm healthy. I just came back from Brazil and I was doing the samba there, or the mamba, whatever they do there. And I had a nice time. 5 sentences. If somebody asks you how you're doing and you have a headache or a bellyache, all you said, I have a headache. Done. Don't expand upon it. Don't expand upon negativities. Expand upon positivities. And you know what? It have a boomerang effect. It'll come back to you and it'll make you happy. Hey Prabhu, Ananda Data, Jnana Hamko Dijiye. What Jnana? Give me that wisdom, Prabhu. Ananda Data, the one who gives Anandam, the one who gives bliss. What do you say? Satchit Ananda Rupaya, the one who gives Anandam. That Prabhu. Hey Prabhu.
Hey Prabhu, Anand Data, Jnana Hamko Dijiye. Hey Prabhu, Anand Data, Jnana Hamko Dijiye. Sikra sari judi gunon ko
के नित्य ही सेवा करे. Let me do good for all human beings. Let us always give good services. Look at the board there. Let us always give services to people. This should be our motto in life. Help, help, help. You get, you eat, share. Share. Share of yourself. Share food. You know, there's no greater blessing than giving food. This temple was built because we started with giving of food even when we had no kitchen. We had no kitchen. People used to bring whatever they brought from their homes. And there weren't many people at that time. Everybody used to eat a little bit, whatever it is, and then they go every Sunday. We had no kitchen because the floods had come and took away the kitchen. Anyway, so nitya hi seva kare. Satya bole or jhuta tyage. Let us try to be on this truthful path as much as possible. Sneha pasave kare, and sneha, love between one another. That can only be done when the soil is watered and the soil is prepared and your mind is prepared. And if you are given a cactus to sit upon, you do not sit upon it. You what? You rise above it and you walk ahead. Today, I want to speak on Janmashtami. If you recollect, Shivaratri is given a name. Shivaratri, Shiva, right? Mm-hmm. Ramnavami?
Yeah.
Ram. Buddha Jayanti? Buddha. Ganesh Chaturthi? Ganesha. But Janmashtami is given no name. People do call it Krishna Janmashtami, but really it is Janmashtami. And there's a reason for this. Why is it called Janmashtami? And is not attached to Krishna. Krishna Ashtami, you hardly hear that. People do say that, but mostly they say Janmashtami. Because when Bhagwan Krishna was born, I read that katha to you, Gargacharya, the guru, astrologer, most prominent astrologer, came and told the Nanda Baba that this child is not an ordinary child, is an extraordinary child, and he has been born here to take the world to Paramdham, to Satyam, to truth. And his name must be called Krishna. You know, there is archaeological evidence that Dwarika existed. Thousands of years ago, Dwarika was submerged, and today archaeologists went deep down, and we have some of the relics in our museum, deep down and found the ruins of Dwarika, the city where Bhagwan Krishna. So you cannot say he did not exist. And not only that, if you go to Gokul, the streets are just as small as they were in the time when Bhagwan was there. Thirdly, today, there are people in Gokul who will take out their makhan at night and put it out there that Krishna will come for it. And they believe Krishna will come for it. They don't have millions of dollars. They don't have big motor cars. They don't have all this power that we have in the West. But you know what they have? They have what we don't have. What they have? Peace. They have peace. And you cannot buy peace in the shop. As you ask Donald Trump if he can get some peace now. He was the most powerful man for 4 years. The most powerful man in the world. The American president is supposed to be the most powerful in the world. Today you ask him, How about some peace? So this peace, which as is said in the Christian Bible, the peace that passeth understanding, that's the peace you get with it. So this Janmashtami, what is so beautiful about this Janmashtami is Janmashtami, some people take, the month begin after, some Hindus take their month from the new moon, start from the new moon, and some Hindus start the moon from Amavas. So Pratipada, when the full moon is finished, then the moon wanes. Some people, so in some, especially Gujaratis, Shravan is still going on, and Bhagwan Krishna is born in Shravan Ashtami, and it's called Janmashtami. Now, why is it called Krishna Janmashtami? Because that Krishna, he is, Janmashtami. Janam means what? Birth. He's saying that when that Janmashtami occurs, that Bhagwan borns, and he's telling you that you can reborn on that day, and with the sun giving you all the energy, and the moon on that night is filled with energy, you can sit down and meditate upon him, and you get that energy which is given on that day only in the year, so that you can increase your consciousness, your what is called Krishna consciousness. You increase that consciousness, and when that consciousness is increased in you, and when you do that, you will get that energy that no matter how much cactus come in your way, no matter how much difficulties come in your way, Bhagwan Krishna will be there to what? To look after each and every one of us. That energy will be there with us. And that is called Janam Ashtami, because we take a new birth on that day if you want to. If you don't want to, you come, you sing and dance and eat mithai and go home. But on that day, from 11:30, that is a Thursday coming, from 11:30 to 12 in our temple, we'll be chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. From 11 to 12, 1 hour. For those who are looking online, if you want to be part of it, you could hook on, or you could be a part of it here. We are, and here, that Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, in case you have forgotten the meaning of it, Om is that Om that you know about. Namo, I bow Bhagavate to that divinity. Vasudevaya, the son of Vasudeva. Vaya, I that light my path. Vasudevaya means light my path. Bhagwan, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, light my path. Let my path be lit. Be lit with what? Be lit with truth. Be lit with goodness. Be lit with service to humanity. And you ask that Radharani to come into our hearts, that beautiful light. So Janmashtami is not called Krishna, it's not called Krishna Janam or so forth, it's called Janmashtami, because that Janam is for all of us to what? To renew our birth. You know what they call it? Born again? Born again. Born again, you're born again Christian? You got born again on that night. Born again Hindu, every Janmashtami. So that is why, look at the magic of Janmashtami. Ayodhya, which is supposed to be the seat of Lord Rama, does not have that amount of following that happens in Vrindavan today. You go to Vrindavan, judges, doctors, retired, and they are all in Vrindavan. Why? Because Krishna lives there still today. And Ayodhya is popular now because of this temple that is being built. I have been to Ayodhya, and I have been to Vrindavan. The hustle and bustle you have in Vrindavan, you don't have it in Ayodhya. Maybe you have it now because of the new temple. But that is Krishna, that pure love energy, which is telling you on that night, be born again. So this is an important night. It's not a night for you to eat sweets and halwa and mithai and all these things. Don't look for it that way. Come and dance. Come and sing. Come and be part of it. And come and meditate on Him. And when you meditate on Him, and you understand what Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya is, which is telling you, Lord, light my path. Again, I tell you again. And that night when He was born, according to Srimad Bhagavad Puran, Dashamaskand, 3rd chapter, He said, Sri Sukavach, Atha Sarvagodopeta Kala Paramashobhana Yerho Cha Jana Janmaksham Shartaksha Grihatkarakam Shartaksha Grahatarakam. Hey Parikshit, अब समस्त शुभ गुणों से युक्त बहुत सुहावना समय आया. A beautiful time has come. What? Rohini Nachatra the. It was Rohini Nachatra, although it will not be Rohini Nachatra on Thursday night, but it will be on Friday night. So we celebrate it on both nights. Thursday night and Friday night we'll celebrate it. But Thursday night will be our big night. And what? This is very important. Akash ke sabhi nachatra. All this, in all the skies, all the planets, graha, or tare shant, saumya ho rahe hai, everything was silent. In the time when Bhagwan was born, everything was silent, and all the energy was in him. And when he came in the home of Vasudeva and Devaki, and when he came, he lit up the whole cell. He what? All their hatkari, all their handcuffs and chains and so forth, all went away. The darkness is removed. And we hope that when Bhagwan come in our heart on Thursday night, our darkness must be removed. And when our darkness is removed, Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayana Krishna Damodara Srivasudeva.
Achyutam Keshavam Shri Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Shri Vasudevam Hare.
Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallabham
Sridharam Madhavam Shri Gopika Vallabham.
Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram
Oh Janaki Nayakam Shri Ramachandram Bhaje. Achyutam Keshavam Shri Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Shri Vasudevam Hare. Achyutam Keshavam Shri Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Shri Vasudevam Hare.
Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallabham
Sridharam Madhavam Shri Gopika Vallabham.
Janaki Nayakam
Oh Janaki Nayakam Shri Ramachandram Bhaje. Achyutam Keshavam Shri Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Shri Vasudevam Hare. Krishna Damodaram Shri Vasudevam Hare. Achyutam
charanon ki. And today we pray to Radhe. That's why Bhagwan Krishna is doing us. When you go to Vrindavan, what did he say?
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. They don't call Krishna there because they thought Krishna was a Chaliya. And they don't like him. They don't like his name in Vrindavan. Only Radhe Radhe. Because Radhe was what? Great. Radhe tere charanon ki. Shama tere charanon ki. कर झूल जो मिल जाए कर झूल
जो मिल जाए सच कहता हूँ मेरी सच कहता हूँ मेरी तकदीर बदल जाए तकदीर बदल जाए राधे तेरे चरणों की श्यामा तेरे चरणों की
सुनता हूँ तेरी रहमत दिन रात बरसती है
सुनता हूँ तेरी रहमत दिन रात बरसती है
एक बूंद जो मिल जाए
एक बूंद जो मिल जाए कल जीवन खिल जाए कल जीवन खिल जाए
ये मन बड़ चल चल है किसी तेरा कैसी तेरा भजन करो ये
मन बड़ा चंचल है
कैसे तेरा भजन करो जितना इसे समझाऊं जितना इसे समझाऊं
उतना ही मैं चल जाए उतना ही मैं चल जाए श्यामा तेरे चरणों की कर धूल जो मिल जाए कर धूल जो मिल जाए
Do you all remember I told you a story where two ordinary Gwal Bal, two ladies actually, milkmaids they were, and they take a boat to cross over the river, and they always call the name of the Lord. And they saw a sadhu, and the sadhu had his guthrie, and the sadhu went to the river, and they said they want to see Balkrishna. So they said the sadhu must have, you remember that I told you that story? And when they went into his guthrie, they found the Balkrishna, and one was looking out and one was looking at him. And then the lady said, the sadhu is coming, the sadhu is coming. So the sadhu caught him. And they said, oh, he asked, why are you doing this, etc., etc. You all remember that story? No? And then he said, this is Balakrishna. He said, oh, they are saying, this is the first time we sing Balakrishna. we're so happy, and they're praying and so forth. So the sadhu said, well, you know what, you all need to be initiated. So they said, okay, can you come and initiate us? And they said, yes. So, in their minds, they were going, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha. You remember I told you? And when they went for the boat was not there. So they decided to cross the river. And he had told them that the power of this Lord, you can do anything with it. So they said, you know what? We believe. We have faith. And they went Radha Krishna and walked across the water. So when they came for the sadhu to go to the home, you remember I told you, y'all remember the story now?
Yeah.
And when the sadhu was going, the sadhu drowned halfway
Yeah.
because he didn't have the faith, because the girls have said, let's walk on the water. When he went in, he went right down in the water because he didn't have the faith. He was a guru, but he had no faith. You have the faith in the Lord, these things happen to us. We'll have one bhajan and then I will.
राता ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा शाम देखा राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा शाम देखा राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा शाम देखा राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा शाम देखा शाम देखा घन श्याम देखा शाम देखा घन श्याम देखा राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा श्याम देखा राधा ढूंढ रही किसी ने मेरा श्याम देखा राधा तेरा श्याम हमने मथुरा में देखा राधा तेरा श्याम हमने मथुरा में देखा बंसी बजाते हुए हाँ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा बंसी बजाते हुए ओ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा राधा तेरा श्याम हमने गोकुल में देखा राधा तेरा श्याम हमने गोकुल में देखा गैया चराते हुए हाँ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा गाते हुए ओ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा राधा तेरा श्याम हमने विष्णु मंदिर में देखा राधा तेरा श्याम हमने विष्णु मंदिर में देखा राधा तेरा श्याम श्याम राधा तेरा श्याम हमने विष्णु मंदिर में देखा राधा तेरा श्याम हमने विष्णु मंदिर में देखा राधे राधे जपते हुए हाँ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा राधे राधे जपते हुए ओ राधा तेरा श्याम देखा राधे राधे जपते हुए राधा तेरा श्याम देखा
Ni sa ga ma pa ni sa ni da pa ma pa ga ma ga re sa Krishna Murari ji आँख बसे मन भावे Krishna Murari ji आँख बसे मन भावे बाके बिहारी जी आँख बसे मन भावे बाके बिहारी जी आँख बसे मन भावे Krishna गगन के रंग सजाए। सांझ न दिखे शाम सवेरा, दिन भर नंद की धेनु चराए। तन मन वारी जी, आँख बसे मन भावे। मैं तो हारी जी, आँख बसे मन भावे। तन मन प्राण हवाले तेरे, तुझ में रमे रमाए पलचिन। माधव मदन गोवर्धन धारी, दर्श तेरे दिए निस दिन। कृष्ण मुरारी जी, आँख बसे मन भावे। बाके बिहारी जी, आँख बसे मन भावे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा, कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण बोलो कृष्ण, राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्ण। कृष्ण कृष्ण बोलो कृष्ण, राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्ण। ओ कृष्ण कृष्ण बोलो कृष्ण, राधे राधे बोलो कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा बोलो कृष्णा राधे राधे बोलो कृष्णा गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय 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 राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय कृष्ण कृष्णा बोलो कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा बोलो कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्णा ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय कृष्ण कृष्णा बोलो कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा बोलो कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्णा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारी श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरि मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा कृष्ण कृष्णा बोलो कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा बोलो कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा बोलो कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्ण कृष्ण
Today, I would like to take you into your stomach. To let you see what your stomach looks like. So, that is, can you all see that up there?
Yeah.
That's the outer part of the stomach. That is from, that's a real human stomach you see there. And you can see, and now this is the inside of the stomach. That's what the inside of your stomach looks like. You see all those, can you see those? Can you,
Yeah.
you can make it, all those little things like that, rougi it's called. Those things, the stomach has two sets of cells. One is called mucosal cell, and one is called parietal cell. The parietal cell is what produces your acid. And this is very important for you to know. When you have to produce acid, otherwise if acid is not produced, then the stomach does not work well, and your food do not get digested. Because these things, you can't see it in this static picture, they move like this, and they help to crush the food. And when they help to crush the food goes easier through what is, I had a slide, but probably this side of Prabhat, through the word called pylorus. You all heard the word pylorus before, right? Yeah. From the stomach, it goes through the pylorus. And the pylorus is a thick, muscular organ. And it will let out the stomach juices intermittently. You don't put all the stomach juices into them, or else you'll be in trouble. So, how it comes? It lets it out. But to prevent acid, so many people get symptoms of acid reflux, but they do not know it is acid reflux. Chronic cough, especially at nights. Cough at nights is usually due to reflux acid. I did say so before, but someone right there said they can't believe that. Well, I'm going to tell you again. The acid comes up the esophagus at night when you sleep, especially if you just eat and then you go to sleep, your stomach is full and all that. Then the food regurgitate into what's called you see, if you put your thumb and you put your finger, your index finger here, that's the length of your esophagus. From the sternum that's the length of the esophagus. And if you go from there and you put a little cuff, can you see it? A little cuff here, that cuff is your stomach. So the stomach is there, and depends upon each and every one of us. Some of our stomachs are huge, some of our stomachs are small. Most Indian men, their stomachs are what? Huge. And so the food sometimes does get regurgitated, and at night it goes up, it creeps up into your mouth, into your teeth. I told you about your teeth already. It goes into your trachea, your windpipe. It irritates it, and you cough and cough. And you go to the doctor. The doctor is no wiser than you. You know, to become a doctor, you don't have to be brilliant. You don't have to be. As a matter of fact, after you spend so much years, they say, pass him, man, because they just go see your face and they pass you. Anyway, so I can say so because I'm a doctor. So they will not listen to you properly. You go to the doctors. You hardly get good doctors that will listen to the patient. Medicine is an art. Medicine is not a thing like 2 or 2 equal 4. It's not like that. It's an art. And the art is lost today because all this technology is available to us. Ultrasound, CT scan, MRI, angiograms. They are all available to us, and we have lost the art of medicine. So the art of medicine is when it comes down into when the stomach regurgitates, acid goes across your windpipe, and what it does, it irritates you. So if you have a chronic cough, please make sure you do not have acid reflux. I can bet you, if it's at night, dollars to donuts, it's because of acid reflux. And either you take something like Nexium or some soda, baking soda. But if you want to increase the acid in your stomach, what do you take? Acid? What? What is an acid that you know that you can take? Acid, huh? What? I ask you to increase your acid. Antacid, decrease your acid. Your uncle your nephew is a doctor, you don't know that? Antacid, decrease the acid. So what do you take to increase your acid if your acid is low? Acid, what's it called? Acid cider vinegar? Apple cider vinegar. Oh. You take that, 1 teaspoon at night, and it increases your acid. Oh. And it's good for you. When the acid is increased, it kills bacteria in the stomach. When the acid is increased, digestion is good, the mixture is good, and all of that. You agree with that, pharmacist? Okay. All the pharmacists agree with it. I'm happy. Okay. So please remember that. Gita Dhyana. Om Partaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam
Narayana Swayam
Yasena Gratitan Purana Mudiram
Madhye Mahabharatam
Advaita Varshiri Bhagavate
Ashtadashadhyayani
Amba Tvamadu Sandadhavi Bhagavad
Gite Bhavadveshini
Namaste Vyasa Vishala Buddha
Vullar Vindayat Patra Netraha
Viratvaya Bharata Taila Purna
Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipa
Prapalla Parijataya
Rudravetre Kapalaye
Jnanamudraya Krishnaya.
Gita Amrita Duhe Namaha.
Go back at that verse, go back. I want you to look at that verse properly. We all say just salutation to Krishna, who is a wish-giving tree, who holds a cane to drive the cattle, and who also shows the seal. Seal means the mudra of jnana, and give us all the nectar of Gita. So, prapalla parijataya
Drutra Vaitrikapane.
jnana mudraya krishnaya
Gita Amrita Duhe Namaha.
sarvopanishado gavo
Dukha Gopala Nandana.
Patho vatsasu nirbhukta
Duktam Gita Amritam Mahata.
Vasudeva sutam devam
Kamsa Chanur Vardhanam.
Devaki paramanandam.
Krishnam Vande
I
Jagadguru.
would like to bring back attention to that sloka again. Vasudeva sutam devam, not Vasudev, that is wrong. Vasudev is wrong. It's Vasudev, who is the Sutam, son of Vasudev. Krishna is known as Vasudev. Vasudeva Sutam Devam
Kamsa Chanur Vardhanam.
Devaki Paramanandam
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Vishwadura Tata Jaya Data Jala
Gandhara Leelottala.
Jaya Grahavati Kripena Mahani
Karnena Velakula.
Ashwathava Vikarna Ghora Makara
Duryodhana Vartini.
Sotirna Kalupada Vaidanadir
Kaivartaka Keshava.
Parasarya Vachasaroja Mamalam
Geetat Gandhotkatam.
Dada Kyadaka Kesaram Harikatha
Sambodhana Bodhidam.
Loke Sajjana Shatpadaira Haraha
Pipiyamanam Muda.
Uyad Bharata Pankajam Kalibala
Ritvam Shriyam Shreyase.
Mukam Karoti Vachalam
Bandhum Langayate Girim.
Yat Kripatamaham Vande
Paramananda Madhavam.
Yam Brahma Paranendra Rudra Maruta
Stunvanti Divyasthavai.
Vedai Saga Parakramu Parashidai
Gayantiyam Samaga.
Yanang Vastirataragatena Manasa
Pashyantiyam Yogino.
Yasyaltam Navidusura Suragaram
Devaya Tasmai Namah.
Chapter 4, verse 8. Paritranaya sadhunam
Paritranaya sadhunam.
Vinashaya cha dushkritam
Vinashaya cha dushkritam.
Dharma sansthapanarthaya
Dharma sansthapanarthaya
Sambhavami yuge yuge
Sambhavami yuge yuge.
Paritranaya sadhunam Vinashaya cha dushkritam Dharma sansthapanarthaya Sambhavami yuge yuge Paritranaya sadhunam. Paritranaya means for the deliverance, sadhunam, of his devotees. For the deliverance of his devotees, Bhagavan Krishna, and for the destruction, vinashaya cha dushkritam. Dushkritam means the miscreants, vinashaya, to annihilate the dushkritam, and to establish dharma sansthapanarthaya, to establish the principles of religion O Arjun, Sambhavami Yuge Yuge, I take birth from time to time. Dharamanadu Sada Satya Samana, Dharamanadu Sada Satya Samana, Agamani Gamana Veda Bhagana.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
I come from time to time to establish truth. I come from time to time to establish truth. Bhagavan Krishna is saying this, and this is what we are going to do on Thursday night. When we are going to say to Bhagavan that, you are here to save us. Save us from our own selves, because our mind is going hither and thither. We get into depression, we get into so many other things. Save us from time to time.
Bolo Govind Gopal Radhe Radhe. 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 Oh Radhe. Govind Gopal Radhe Radhe. Oh Radhe. Govind Gopal Radhe Radhe. Govind Gopal Radhe
बोलिए जयकारा शेरावाली दा बोल
सांची दरबार
की जय। पार करो मेरा बेड़ा भवानी,
पार
करो मेरा बेड़ा माँ, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा। छाया घोर अंधेरा भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा, छाया घोर अंधेरा जननी तेरी ज्योत जगाई,
माँ जग जननी तेरी ज्योत जगाई,
तेरे द्वार की आस लगाई,
माँ तेरी द्वार की आस लगाई,
द्वार खड़ा मैं तेरे भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा।
माँ पार करो मेरा बेड़ा भवानी,
पार करो मेरा बेड़ा। भक्तों को माँ ऐसा वर दो, भक्तों को माँ ऐसा वर दो, प्यार की एक नजर माँ कर दो,
प्यार की एक नजर माँ कर दो,
मन का पाप सब हरो भवानी,
पार करो मेरा बेड़ा,
माँ पार करो मेरा बेड़ा भवानी, पार करो मेरा बेड़ा। प्रेम से बोलो
जय माता दी,
सारे बोलो
जय माता दी,
मेरी माँ नहीं सुनिया जय
माता
वे
दी,
हाथ भी खोलो जय
माता
बोलो जय माता दी,
जय माता दी,
जय माता दी, जय माता दी। बोलिए जयकारा महामाई दा
बोल साचे दरबार की जय।
We're going to meditation. Please remember what I told you about Janmashtami. Janmashtami is the day when we take a new birth. That's why it's called Janmashtami. Janmashtami. It's not called Janam Ramnavami or Janam Shivaratri or Janam Ganesh Chaturthi or Janam Buddha Jayanti. No, Janmashtami. On that day, a new birth takes place. Bhagwan Krishna, that Pura Avatar. You go to Vrindavan, Vrindavan is much more popular than Ayodhya or Kasi or anywhere else. Why? It's a poor place, but it's buzzing with activity. Sadhus, sants, everyone wants to get the beauty of Vrindavan, because Vrindavan Dham, where Bhagwan Krishna resides. This is the reason why Krishna consciousness, because of their ultimate faith in Krishna, why they were able to establish so many things in this world. Because of their faith. Can we stop our child from running, please? I know you like to see a child run, but we can't do that here. I'm sorry. Whoever child it is, you have to keep your child with you. Right. So we go into meditation. This, when I get disturbance like this, it throws me off sometimes, but I shouldn't be, but there you are. Prabhuji Daya Karo. Prabhuji
प्रभु जी
Daya Karo.
दया करो
मन में
मन में
आर बसो.
आन बसो।
Let's all talk to Bhagwan in our own way. तुम बिना लागे सुना, तुम बिना
लागे सुना,
खाली घट में प्रेम भरो.
खाली घट में प्रेम भरो.
तलतमल पूजा नहीं जानू, तंत्र मंत्र
पूजा नहीं जानू,
मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानू,
मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानू,
सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको,
सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको,
अब तो आकर बहादुर,
अब तो आकर बाह धरो,
प्रभु जी
ओ प्रभु जी
दया करो,
दया करो,
मन में अदब सो. We do 2 pranayams and then we go to silence. Pranayam. Let's imagine Bal Gopal in our hearts. Dadi Makhar ke chor.
त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतम्.
Asato ma sadgamaya, tapaso ma jyotirgamaya.
असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय,
Mrityormaya vritavgamaya.
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति, ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
भक्ति के दीप जलाओ,
भक्ति के दीप जलाओ,
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ,
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ,
धरा से पीर मिटाओ,
अमृत रस बरसाओ. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति, ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
जीवन को नित महकाओ,
जीवन को नित महकाओ,
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ,
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ,
हर संताप हटाओ,
नारायण
सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. Rub your hands together, put it over your face, ask Bhagwan to bless each and every one of you with that urja, that energy. You know why you put the fingers? If the tips of your finger has all the energy. And the toes, tips of the finger, your toes, that is why you'll see some people put channel on the thumbs of the fingers sometimes and the big toes, because the energy, that's the energy center. When you do meditation, etc., it should be done. Today, Priti Bhoj is sponsored by Vishnu Mandir because we had no one to sponsor Priti Bhoj. And please accept what you get. Krishna Janmashtami is on Thursday morning. We are starting 7:30. We are doing Balaji's Abhishek, and Bhagwan Krishna Abhishek, and Rama Abhishek, Shiva Abhishek, and Posha Sukta Havan, Sri Sukta Havan, and so forth. We are going to do on that morning. In the evening, we always start at 5:30 because the day that Krishna was born, that's the day that Devi appeared. You all remember that? Yeah. Devi appeared on that day, and so that day we do Durga Puja. Hopefully put on a new sari if you get it, and we will start at 6 o'clock with. So Parit Bhoj, I would like the Balakrishna to be a little vessel, and I would like to get dahi that day. That evening, people can put half teaspoon dahi on the Balakrishna, because dahi we should have a Krishna Janmashtami. So we'll have the dahi, we'll have the Balakrishna, we'll put it in a vessel so you don't mess up the place, you know, other people to. Next year, hopefully we'll get a matki, and we'll do that for Yagna, and for this, it's very nice to have that. There'll be chanting of Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya from 11 p.m. to 12 midnight on Thursday. We will also have Krishna Janmashtami on Friday, because Rohini Nachatra starts on Friday afternoon. I don't know if it's here or not. Is it here?
Rohini Nachatra starts on Thursday.
Thursday? What time? In the evening?
And it goes to Friday.
Oh. Anyhow, I read the thing that they got celebration both days, so we'll do both days a little bit, but our main day is Thursday. Or Kocha Pariboj? No, Pradosh Puja on Wednesday, 24th, that's Pradosh. And what else? Oh, the marathon. Roy, you have anything to say about the marathon? It has to be quick. Let Roy talk about the marathon.
Yes, right.
Well, you know, I can save it for next week, but
Don't go. No, I don't want it too long. Quick.
thank you very much, Dr. Dubey. Dear devotees, as you keep hearing about the marathon, we are participating with the Toronto Waterfront Marathon. It's a world-class event, and we are a charity partner with them. There are a number of ways you can participate. You can participate in person, or you can do with Baba. There's over 25 folks who are going to do it with him on the morning of October 16th, and we'll be walking the 5 kilometers with Baba on that day. Or you could do it virtual, like Pandaboj is doing. He's doing it on his treadmill. He's doing his steps, and many folks are doing it virtual. So those of you who are listening in from different parts of the world, whether or not you're in the USA, in New York, in Florida, in Guyana, you're within Canada, if you're in Montreal or Winnipeg, you can do the virtual option. Please get in touch with us. It's a very exciting time. It is for a good cause. So thank you very much. And we have information on our website, and Prabhatji is also putting up the flyer, which has got a lot of information. The volunteers and myself are out there. come and see us and let's talk about it. It's
Okay.
for a good cause. Thank you very much.
Demo.
Thank you, Roy. You know, when a baby is coming, there's so much of excitement. So when Lord Krishna is coming, we should all be excited. The mother will go, if it's a boy, blue clothes, blue cradle, you know. So he is the blue boy of Vrindavan, and we all should be here on that night to celebrate his coming and coming into our life. On the 26th is Baba's birthday. We are having a two days event. The first day will be his actual birthday, Durga Puja, and then we'll have a dinner downstairs with music and entertainment. And on the 28th, which is a Sunday evening, we'll have a garden party. Hopefully we'll start about 5 o'clock. I know the sun is hot, but, you know, 4:30? Yeah, 4:30. 12:30? No. Sorry.
Become by Boj.
No, it's 4:30, not, the 12:30 was for another, yeah. So 4:30, please come and enjoy the day and the celebration that comes with Baba's birthday. We need to be here to show our appreciation to him. He's not asking for anything, but let's come together and celebrate his 82nd birthday. Thank you very much, and we will continue now.
We have our Diwali Bela Shobha Yatra on the 9th of October under the guidance of Laj Prashar. And now we have Bela Live Entertainment. We'll have a big Rath, which will be coming. And now I would ask Roop to say a few words. Roop Prasad is from Guyana. He's one of our directors. And he always, just a few words. He's one of the directors, and he was responsible for the solarium that was built there. You can see this, the solarium. He was a major sponsor there, and we'd like to.
Sitaram, brothers and sisters, I'm very excited to be here with you in prayer this morning, and you have heard that Dubai Gafur Medical Center is expanding to Parika, and when Baba comes to Guyana, next trip we'll be visiting to see what we're doing. However, we are, on behalf of the people of Guyana, we are very humbled and blessed that you have been supporting the dialysis clinic since its beginning, and your contribution has helped us tremendously, has helped the people who cannot afford, and I cannot express myself to tell you how grateful we are for your contributions, even whether you did not contribute financially, but by just supporting what doctor is doing, right? You know, Dr. G this morning, you know, told us about, you know, having sweet words, good, you know, keeping a noble thoughts, everything, and we must be humble, like you see our Hanumanji there at the foot of the Lord. So he has a faith, and when he opened his heart, what you saw. So the commitment that doctor has given us, we have, and whether at Vishnu Mandir, whether at Dubai Medical Center, anywhere he is, the commitment he has given to us, and he's demonstrating it. That's why if we take that commitment, we can do better. We can all change our lives and do better. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti,
Okay.
Shanti.
Thank you, Roop. Laj Prashar is here. He will talk to us later on about the. I was going to. Okay, a quick word about the Bela.
Namaskar. So October 9 is the day for parade and Mela. We are changing the route from Hillcrest Mall to Langstaff Go Station because of the complexity of Hillcrest Mall. So as you know, Dussehra is on October 4th. After killing Ravana, Ramji was going to Ayodhya, and he's going to make a stop at Vishnu Temple on October 9. So it's not great day. It's not only great day for Vishnu Temple and us. It's going to be great day in history for Richmond Hill. The city people, the police, everyone I talked to, they're so excited. They never seen anything like this, 35 feet high Rath. So it would be a great day for everybody. And we need a lot of volunteer. Jayanti and Parvati and everybody's involved, Dr. Dubey, Robin. So give your name. We need about 100 volunteers on that day. It's going to be a great day in the history of Vishnu Temple and Richmond Hill. Thank you, Dr. E.
Thank you. It's a great commitment by Laj, very big commitment. He is putting most of the money for the rat and for police, because we'll have to have a lot of police, there'll be food, etc. On Janmashtami night, we're hoping to have kheer. And during the day too, pretty much? We don't know yet. We're trying to coordinate that. We'll see. But you're not supposed to eat too much on that day. So we'll have chapat bhog on that night for Krishna Janmashtami. We'll have Laddu Gopal. We'll have all these beautiful things. And now, Sri Radhe Govinda Bhajamana Sri Radhe Radhe.
Shri Radhe Govinda Bhajamana Shri Radhe.
Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe.
Oh Radhe Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe.
Shri Radhe Govinda Bhajamana Shri Radhe.
Radhe 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 राधे 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 राधे
जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की आरती।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के जन में दूर करे
ओम जय जगदीश
जो जावे पल पावे दुख बिन से मन का
स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे
संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे
तन का
ओम जय जगदीश हरे
मात पिता तुम मेरे चरण गौ में किसकी
स्वामी शरण पढ़ू मैं किसकी
तुम बिने और न दूजा
प्रभु बिन और न दूजा
आश करूं मैं किसकी
ओम जय जगदीश हरे
तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी
स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी
पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर
ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे
तुम करुणा के दाता ठाकुर तुम मेरे
स्वामी रक्षक तुम मेरे
अपने हाथ उठाओ
अपने शरण लगाओ
द्वार परम
तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
बोल तन मन धन सब है तेरा
स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा
तेरा तुझको अर्पण
तुझको
क्या लागे मेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
ॐ त्वमेव मा
One of our devotees, there are two devotees of ours, their wedding anniversary. They don't want their name to mention. We ask God to bless them and their family. They are great supporters of our temple. May Bhagwan bless you.
ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति
I'd like to offer this prayer for my sister-in-law's father, the late Pandit Shankar, Dharmachar of Ghana. 21 years ago he passed. Om Karacharana Kritam Va Kayajam Karmajam Va Sravananaynajam Va Manasam Va Paradham Vihitam Avihitam Va Sarvame Takshamasva Jai Jai Karunabdhe Shri Mahadev Shambho Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Para Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Prem se bolo Kandhaya Lal ki jai Sab Santan ki jai Jai Sitaram Harihar. Take your aarti and your prasad. Bhojan is there for